Greetings, old school magic players, and welcome to the Four Horsemen. Peter and John, hey guys.
What's up? Time to play some Four Horsemen.
All right, sounds great. How you doing, Peter?
So I just mulliganed. I've got 6, and Peter's going first.
Okay. All right, this will make for an interesting matchup.
I think Peter went to get a beer during the intro, so he
yeah.
might be back in a second.
Yeah, I noticed he didn't chime in. Okay, well, real quick, we'll just do a quick screenshot of the Four Horsemen Old School Magic latest banned and restricted. So for the viewers, our group uses the first 4 expansions of the Magic the Gathering game, Arabian Nights, Antiquities, Legends, and the Dark, and we allow basic lands and dual lands, and the ban is restricted, recently been updated, and we're about to start our 9th tournament after having launched this format last July.
Sorry, excuse me, boys.
There he is.
It's all good, Peter.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
Oh, just the intro.
Nothing. It's your go.
My go.
So you guys were talking right before we started about the strange variability of card drawing in Magic.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Volcanic Island Pass.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking about how I play a fair amount of Singleton, and it's interesting how you will, like, for instance, I played a game earlier with a green-black deck, and I drew Spitting Slug all 3 games. Like, which is, I don't know, there's only one in there, and then, like, it's interesting, you'll see, sometimes your opponent will just seem to draw, like, the same half of their deck, all 3 games, and then there's a ton of cards in there that neither of you ever see. I don't know, it's just weird.
Truly.
Randomness is weird.
It is weird.
Shuffling's weird.
Well, we saw this too. This is part of the reason why Library of Alexandria ultimately is banned, because, I mean, there were some games I remember early on drawing it in multiple tournaments, and it really is tough.
Okay. Library's so busted. Like, as much as I'd like to play with it, I just feel like it's just one of those cards that would just slot into almost every deck. I mean, I guess super aggressive decks don't want it, but like, it can just run away with the game. Like, when we allowed 1 copy when it was restricted, in tournament 3, which was the one that I won, I think there was a game that I drew like 12 cards off of Library or something,
Right.
and that's just obnoxious.
Yeah.
It's just super obnoxious. Like, it's not even fun.
Hard to deal with. Yeah, it's hard to deal with, for sure.
Yeah, it's the same concept of the whole gentleman's magic thing, the debate that was going on in the Rise 40 group, where, these are just cards that can make Magic unfun.
Okay, go to me?
Yep.
All right. We'll look at it. 3. 1, 2, 3.
Peter doesn't like Fellwar Stone anymore, Chad.
Really?
I think that his position is what's opposite elevated. His position is reduced due to that it's easier to interact with artifact removal than lands are now that strip mines are one of.
Yeah, this is something that I've always kind of debated in my own mind building these decks. Is it worth it to put in, Fellwar Stones and even the Dark Elves, or would it be better just to slap in extra lands?
I'll take that. I'll put my card. I'm taking 1. I'll play the Tropical Island.
I mean, certainly it can be removed easier, but it also ramps you, and just having another land doesn't. But I don't know.
I'm gonna lay down a Sinbad and pass to you.
Maybe we'll just decide that speed's not as important in this format. I don't actually know.
I like
If I was paying better attention, I would probably play my cards in a slightly different sequence, but that's okay. I'm gonna play this Underground Sea
drop an early.
and this Urnham Djinn, and
I'm gonna have to pendle drain that there.
yeah, Pendle Drain. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, back to you with four
All right.
mana.
Untap on my untap phase. I'm gonna tap Sinbad to draw a Taiga off the top of my deck.
Yep, you got it.
Okay, I'll look at 3. Okay, I'm gonna take that one. Put those guys back. I'll play that Taiga and a Rook 8 and pass to you.
I bet you put a land on top of your library.
That would be shenanigans. I wouldn't do that.
All right. Let's just play a
Dibbly-doo.
Serendib, I guess. And I guess your Rook Egg has Forest Walk. I forgot to say that. And then I'll just pass back with 3 in hand.
Okay, I'll untap. On the untap, I'll tap Sinbad and see what's on top.
Draw a Diamond Valley? No.
Draw Volcanic Island.
Volcanic Island.
He's still tapped. What am I doing there? And then look at 3. I'll take. I'll take this one.
I think I made a mistake. So having already played your deck once,
Yeah.
I think I should have just attacked last turn and not really cared if you broke your Rook Egg or not. It's gonna get broken anyway.
Maybe. You're probably right. This Diamond Valley I'm gonna play probably says you're right.
Yeah, I mean,
So, I'm not sure.
once you get to Diamond Valley, it starts to get really obnoxious.
Once you start the Diamond Valley, it does. Yeah, it does. But then again, it's like I'm not super better off with the situation with the Urnham either. So it's kind of like a do if you do if you don't type of situation. I am going to play the Diamond Valley. I'm going to go this route. I'm going to play another Rook Egg.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to sack this Rook Egg. And gain 3, 1, 2, 3, and send him over to the graveyard. And pass back to you. I'll just use this card here to represent the Rook.
You need some Rook tokens, Peter.
I do. Send them over, John. Or teach me how. Teach me how your ways.
Yeah, send me your address and I'll print some more up.
All right.
So this is where I just lose, I think, because I'm just drawing lands and you're just going to keep getting value off of your nonsense. Okay. I guess I will... Yeah, like, I think I just concede. It's not really gonna be... We're just gonna waste our time playing this game, frankly.
It's like turn 6. You're like turn.
Well, yeah, but like, all you have to do is extrapolate what's on the board right now. Like,
yeah, I know.
I'm just going to die taking 8 in the air every turn.
I will show you my hand and I will agree. Look, it's Sinbad, Frisk, Volcanic, and Mana Drain. I think you're right.
Yeah, and I just have 2 lands and a useless ground guy. Like,
no, it's not good enough.
It's not gonna do it. All right.
Dang, just like that, huh?
Yeah, it's just a waste of time. So let's just play another one. And honestly, I'm just gonna have to like build a sideboard for that deck to exile
that deck,
stuff.
like, my deck earns the spot of having another sideboard built just for it. Fucking great. This is called groupthink, John. You can't get into this. Everyone else is gonna kick your ass now if you start to build a deck against mine.
Well,
I mean, I think this deck's fine. The deck I built is fine against the field, but it's really bad against your shenanigans.
Peter, the truth is something has to be done about the Peter.
Just gonna everybody anti-Peter.
Something has to be done about the Peter because, I mean, seriously, if one person wins a format over and over and over and over and over, just imagine how, like, the folks that are like Ian and some of the other folks that have, you know, joined in the last few months, and they're trying to get better. They're just going to feel like that anyone who's just trying to have fun, they're going to feel like that it's an unwinnable format if the same person just keeps crushing and winning over and over, right?
I'm tempted to take a month off.
Well,
it gives them something to
you don't need to
aspire
take
to.
a month off, but do what I'm doing. Like, I've never seriously tried to win my own tournament format because I think that would be kind of lame. But I'm playing for fun, and you see with the decks I've been sharing, I'm trying to come up with something completely out of left field that might be a little Timmy, but might be a lot of fun to play instead of just something.
I mean, to be fair, I think that Peter's deck is pretty goofy. Like, it's not.
Oh.
It's not just like. So, like, I'm playing the not fun deck in this because I've done the same thing as you, Chad. Like, I've just, like, built, like, goofy combo decks that were, like, pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like, the only tournament that I played a serious deck, I played Blue Robots, and I won the tournament, and I didn't do that again.
Right.
I just built, like, other nonsense. But, like, this is just, like, a pile of good cards. Peter's deck is, like, playing a bunch of fun combos, and it's, like, using, Reincarnation and Rook Egg and Diamond Valley to be this weird value engine.
Awesome.
He's also using the Sinbad and
okay, well then scratch what I said.
So like I think I don't know what more you want out of a format. Like, and if that deck wins it, well then too bad. Somebody's just gonna have to come up with something to beat it.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it is kind of it's weird when you see this though, and it makes players really mad. Like, if you go, I used to like go to tournaments and like you'd play some card that like they weren't expecting to see.
Yeah.
And then you'd beat them with it, and then they'd be really mad about it, and then they'd tell you all about why it was bad that you included that card in your deck.
Oh my god.
And it's like, yeah, well, I beat you, so fuck off. So like,
right.
So I don't know. It's fine.
You can do all that. Yeah, I feel like if I win with this deck, it's like the spiciest deck wins. Like, there's so much spice in this deck.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's like a spice award deck.
Okay, so
really
Peter, I spoke out of school. I haven't seen your deck. I was just making assumptions because you've been dominating,
Okay, but
well, now Peter did have a pretty miserable control deck the last two tournaments. I won't lie.
It was only for the purpose of saying that those cards needed to be restricted. That was the reason I made it. It was really.
Well, everybody got the message.
Okay. All right. Well, you got the play.
Yeah, I'll try this hand, I guess. I'll play this Tropical Island and pass back.
Nice. I'll draw. I'll play the City of Brass and pass back.
I still can't decide if I like this deck better when it was just black and green than with the blue. I mean, the blue does add other cards that one, I guess, ought to be playing in this format, but at the same time, it just kind of makes it a little more samey than I really wanted it to be.
It gives you a few things. It gives you access to Serendib Efreet, which is one of the most powerful cards. And it gives you access to Mana Drain so that you don't just get totally run over by certain...
Well, yeah, I think it's annoying. Like, because if you don't play Mana Drain, that can also be pretty annoying playing against a deck that is playing Mana Drain.
Right.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll draw. All right.
So I've been trying to figure out if I can actually run for Colossus.
I'm going to take a damage and play a Wily Wolf. And pass.
You got it.
Yeah, speaking of crazy combos, I've been trying to figure out if I can actually run the Colossus of Sardia.
I think you should go. You have to in that deck. That deck is like, that's the spice. It's fucking smacking someone up like Concording Crossroads, Colossus, Trample, two of them, and then Sword of the Aging.
Yeah. It's so Timmy. It's so Timmy, and it's so much fun. It's like, I almost can't resist.
Serendipity.
And I'll pass back.
All right, cool. Draw. I'll play a City of Brass again.
So, like, it's interesting, too, because, like, in Four Horsemen's weird, because, like, there's no, like, good removal. Or at least not a lot of it. And a lot of it's really expensive. Like, if something like Swords to Plowshares existed in this environment,
I play out my
Peter's deck would be a lot less annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and
okay,
here's the other thing, Peter. I don't actually have to run for Colossus if I can run Dance of Many. If I run Dance of Many,
yeah, it's better.
It's so much cheaper, and it's more versatile. And then, you know,
or you could run 4 Colossus and 4 Dance of Many. Go big or go home, man.
Right, go big or go home.
All right, you take 5. And there we go. Settled.
All right, and then that's a card that's pretty good that I haven't played in Four Horsemen yet, but is definitely a decent removal. I'll attack for 3.
Okay, I'll take the 3. I'll go to 14.
Pass back to you with 4.
John, I like your white border foreign Serendivs with the original art.
Oh, thank you. I was tired of looking at the revised ones with the wrong art, but I also didn't want to buy Arabian Nights ones, or at least not 4 of them.
They're pricey.
Take a damage and play another dib and pass.
Dib versus dib.
Dib on dib.
Now, is this? Are you playing real cards, or are these all proxies tonight here, Peter?
Me, I tend to build these decks with proxies.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. But still, looks great. No one would know.
Decks.
No one would know the difference, and we don't care in our group. Proxies
if
are
I do a tournament that requires real cards, then I'll build like a real card deck. But it's just simpler to play with proxies and not shuffle cards around.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow, you were just on a tear.
But I actually like to play with my cards, and I just use I just use a perfect fit.
How did you take 1, I guess, off the alpha? Yeah, perfect.
Go ahead.
Peter, I actually like playing with my cards, and I just use the perfect fit inner sleeve and a regular outer sleeve, and be careful with them. And yeah, I enjoy playing with them.
That's not my issue. My issue is that it's just too much. My biggest issue with playing with the real cards is that I just like lose track of them with my proxies.
Oh.
And then I just can't find my cards. Like that's my crux of my issue here.
Oh. Well, I mean, yeah, John and I were talking about this problem the other day. We've got a desk that's not so big, and there's just fucking cards everywhere. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a total nightmare.
I actually eliminated all the proxies from my collection. I took out all the cards that I'd printed.
I take 2 damage. I play a rotate.
2 damage.
And I play a Diamond Valley, and I pass to you.
Hey, look, are we here to talk, or are we here to play
and
Magic?
at the end of my turn, I sacrifice them to the Diamond Valley.
Okay.
To get
1, 2, 3.
Now Peter, listen here, son. You know, are we here to talk, or are we here to play Magic? You know, we got to get our conversations in it.
Can I just draw one more fucking land?
Or one more oubliette. Can I get one more Ashes to Ashes? Please?
Oh yeah, the oubliettes and Ashes to Ashes are rough, but they're also strong.
Ashes to Ashes.
Well, and I think I think Ashes to Ashes is a really, really strong card that hasn't been. I mean, I think I saw it in Tournament 1, but it hasn't really been used by any players, and I mean, it's such a good deal.
Damn, it's a Huzam. All right, go ahead.
Wow.
Yeah, so anyway, I removed all of the cards because I had printed a lot of cards when we started playing for Four Horsemen. Just printed them in color and just like stuck them in a, with a real Magic card.
Yeah.
But I removed all of those, and then if you see me playing a proxy, it's one of these gold bordered proxies now.
Yeah.
And so they're really easily identifiable as a fake card.
You have a gold border on them?
Yeah.
I can't even tell that it has a gold border, to be honest. Oh, actually, the Juzam I can kind of see.
Yeah, any of my fake cards are gold bordered, and then the real cards are, obviously black or white.
Yeah, that's a super easy, super ethical way to do proxies. It's great.
There's a guy on Discord that makes these, and so I bought a bunch of them from him. I'll probably get a few more, but I went to Card Kingdom and I just sorted all the sets, and anything that was over $100 that I didn't own, I just bought a gold bordered version of it.
There you go.
So it's all good.
Ron, I'm gonna pass to you. I'm not in a position to do
All
it.
right, I go to 8.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Those guys will take you down eventually.
So now you're in Mana Drain land, which is not good for me, really. My momentum is broken now, unfortunately. Maybe last turn I should have pressed differently.
Peter, I guess the other good thing about running Dances of Many is they can't be ashes to ash just because they'll be artifact creatures.
Yeah, they can. They're not artifact creatures. I don't think that answers.
Well, if you copy an artifact.
If I copy the Colossus, they certainly will be.
Oh yeah, they can't be ashes in that case. They can't be ashes, but they can still that.
I'll attack with the Hoosum.
Okay, I'll just I'm gonna eat 5, go to 6.
The problem is these combo decks are so gimmicky. You got to pull all these different things together. It's really hard to pull it off.
Indeed.
Oh, do I want to put myself in that much danger? So you've got red in your deck. You could have like Chain Lightning or the other thing. It's funny, I never drew past these 3 lands. I wish I would have drawn one more land, but it is what it is. 7, 6, 5, 4. I guess I will play this Sylvan Library.
Okay, I'll drain that.
Okay. And back to you.
Okay, I'm at 4. And I got 2 in the drain. It's do or die time. Draw. Play a tropical island. I think I maybe could have played that better, actually, to be honest. I'll use 1 from the drain and an island to play a Sinbad.
Yep.
And I'll take 2, 1, 2, and the other one to play an old man.
Okay.
And I will pass turn to you.
So you don't have blue up, but you do have Diamond Valley, so you could gain a little bit of life if you needed to. All right. So I take 2, go to 6.
Keeping it real there, keeping it dangerous.
Draw a card. Oh my god, my hand is so silly. Okay. Let's see here. Two, you can gain life. I'm gonna die from my own Djinns.
I'm hoping for it, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
This is the problem I kept running into with the dance of the Djinns.
Djinn.
Yes, the greedy Djinns deck. I mean, I talked to Brian about this, going all out with Dance of Many and all the Djinns. I just kept killing myself every game. It got to the point where I was like, this is just not going to work.
I have done no less than 7 City of Brass damage to myself this game.
Yeah, the City of Brass, they really, really add up. And then you
He's
put
one of the worst, but I've had worse.
Yeah, but he's also gained life, so.
well, that's why you got to play Diamond Valley and Spirit Link. And
I mean, I think I might have to play Diamond Valley, to be quite honest, because I can't keep up with a player that has it.
yes,
Because you're gonna win this game because you can gain life from Diamond Valley.
right, and that was the same dynamic we saw with the Mana Drain. It's just like if someone has it and you don't, it's game.
Unless your deck just doesn't care. Like, if you play out a lot of weenies early, the mana drain is way less effective. Like, you play turn 1 Curdabe, and you start playing out these weenies, and you just start playing out Pendlehavens. Like, if you know, they will be forced to play their cards anyway.
That's true, yeah.
Like, that's the way around mana drain. You just play out threats and keep pressure.
Yeah, it's true. And the weenie rush strategy, I think, is viable. And I think we're going to see, you know, if the players are really thinking about their decks, I think we're going to see that in Tournament 9 here.
Yeah, I don't think I can win this game. That's too bad. So this is really dumb. So my hand is 3 Triskelions that I can't play.
Holy smokes! Holy smokes!
And then who's them in another Ashes, but I can't play the Ashes to Ashes because I'll just die next turn.
I forgot to play my. This guy's not removed, but anyway, he's there. He's the upside down dib. But yeah, there's nothing you can do. You can't play the Ashes because it'll kill you.
Yeah, and you'll just gain. If you couldn't gain life right now, I could just kill you.
You could Ash me, yeah, then you could do it.
But like I can't because you'll just gain life and then I'll die next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I guess I just have to play Diamond Valley. I don't know. That's kind of annoying. I don't like it because it doesn't add mana, and then I have to.
Couldn't you hit me for enough damage? Wait, you got the Juzam.
No, I can't. You'll just block. You'll just block the biggest things.
Yeah, you're right. I would block the Juzam, but you would have done Serendib damage. You would have done.
I can get you. I could get you to 1 life, but I can't get you to 0 life.
You could have done 6 damage to me. Which is
no, so I can't cast the Ashes to Ashes at all because I have to get the second black off of the elf.
Oh yeah,
which will give me 1, and then I'll go to 0 if I cast it.
I just had the other old man in my hand. It was kind of a bummer of the pen.
Yeah, it's rough. I need a way to gain life in this deck, I guess. But it was also just really annoying that I just like never drew any more lands. All the land I had was from my opening hand. I never drew a land.
Mm. I've been there, and sometimes the opposite, where you just can't stop freaking drawing land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's try one more.
Okay.
Well, you actually won too, because you won the first one too, Chad. Do you want to play him?
You could, yeah.
Well, I mean, did you guys, y'all playing the best 2 out of 3, right?
We just did that.
Yeah, and he won. He already did. He won the first 2.
Okay. You want to play? You want to play versus my Colossus deck?
I would love to try your Colossus deck on.
Okay. All right. Let me just make sure I've got.
And I hope you trample me for 18 damage and then fling him for another 18.
Well, I mean, if everything works the way you hope it does, that can happen.
Why not, man? We can dream, and I think it's a reasonable dream.
The tricky thing with my deck is, like, when I played John the other day, and I thought about this after I played the match, yeah, he has so many big dudes that my Eureka just did him a favor, you know?
Yo, I know.
Well, also Oubliette being a permanent was super funny because you did the math and you're like, if I play Eureka, I can just throw everything at you with the sword and kill you. But then I played an Oubliette after you played your Colossus.
Yes. And the Oubliette.
So you were just like, oh no.
That was what won the game for John. Was, yeah, it was the Oubliette.
Oh no, it's such a good.
And I had 5 cards in my hand when he played Eureka, and they were all permanent. So I was just like, well, here's my hand on the table. Cool.
Good. I guess I'm playing it all. Yeah, that's quick.
Yeah, and in this deck, if I really double down on the Dance of Many, I don't have a ton of room for things like the elves, you know, and even like Juzam and Urnum, which, you know, you really want to run Choose them and earn them here, but I don't have the mana for it.
No,
So,
I think that Dance of Many is a very interesting idea, especially like because it will become the best card that you have in your hand. It will copy it, unless you only have those, and that will be frustrating. And you can't go to the second turn because you probably can't pay the upkeep on Dance of Many. You have to keep in mind. So the sword won't be effective because if the sword's one of the permanents you play, it comes in, I think, tapped or something. You can only use it the next turn. I can't remember what it was, but there's a reason you can't use it right away.
yeah, it comes into play tapped, and there's no twiddle or anything like that. So
yeah, but you could throw all the guys during your upkeep before you pay the upkeep on them.
yeah,
Oh, you could, right? You could, okay, so that's a release, and that works. And it really works.
yeah. So and that would have won me that game with John, because I had enough damage to do like 14 or 16 damage because I had
my wife's calling. I'm going to let her in.
Okay.
Hey, yeah.
Keep her outside. Just kidding.
Oh man, that's funny. Okay, so the other card I was thinking I might be able to run in this deck, John, is Mirror Universe, because I can get
that's another card that's a pain in my ass in this format.
Yeah,
it's good.
I was just thinking I could go down to a certain level of life, and then I could put the Mirror Universe in play with the Eureka, right? And then I'll still have a chance during my next turn, if I survive, to do the upkeep thing.
Yeah.
And I could switch life if it's beneficial during my upkeep, and then throw shit with the sword before paying the upkeep on stuff like the Colossus.
I dig it.
Okay. So where is my Mirror Universe? There's an Italian one. By the way, I was digging through my cards today. I found I have 3 Sword of the Ages, and I didn't even know it. I have 2 Italian and 1 English.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a card that I don't own.
Yeah, I didn't even remember having these, so... I mean,
I don't think I'd ever even seen that card until I played some Singleton, and somebody had one in their deck, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Now, the question is, do I run Diamond Valley in this bad boy? Peter, you got some hot dogs there?
I got some cured turkey sausages. Oh man, they're good.
Oh, I've had those. What is that, the Canadian brand?
It's the Costco one. These turkey pepperonis.
Oh yeah, I've had those.
Man, like they're so dry. I really like the dried ones. Like I don't like these ones that are like kind of like full of water and stuff. These are just super dry and really tasty.
Yeah.
More like a jerky than a...
Yeah. It's one of my biggest weaknesses in life is jerky. I could just eat it all the time.
So, Peter, if I play you, will you promise to take all the mana drains out of your deck?
I already did.
Is that just for me?
Just for you?
Just for me?
Like for you, but I might be lying about something. Really...
You might be. I took them all out, but I might be lying.
About something. It might be mana drain related. I can't confirm or deny it.
I can neither confirm nor deny. I did not have sex with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Okay, so where are my... Man, I really need more tropical islands. I have all these decks, and every single freaking one of them needs 4 tropical islands.
Ain't that the truth?
I think I have 4 revised, and I think I have 4 black border, or 2 black border foreigns, and like I just can't believe I use them all up in all these decks. And like I don't want to use proxies when we're on the stream. I want the real deal.
I don't want to use the proxies on the stream, man.
Yeah. The other card that I was.
Don't worry, Peter's gonna beat you with his little pieces of paper. So.
With my little white line. I'm gonna do.
Well, the other card that I was trying to play is the Ollie from Cairo, right?
Right.
And I have 2 of those. I do not have 4. I'd have to proxy a couple of those, but I do have 2 of them. Let me see if I can find the other one. Hold on. Yeah, so Peter, fast, speed. We saw that early on. Folks like Rob were running, green, blue, and was on to the speed, the whole speed thing. I mean, it's still a viable strategy, especially if you employ certain cards. Like, I really think Bloodlust is such a sneaky card, and people really haven't exploited it that much. Also, Stormseeker is another card. When there's not a lot of mana ramp, hitting someone for instant damage for the number of cards in their hand, that's pretty good.
It's 2 damage a card too, right?
No, it's 1 damage.
It's 1 per card. But
1 per card.
I still kind of like it, and it's green direct damage. I almost kind of want one in here now.
I mean, it's so sneaky. It's like a finisher,
Yeah.
And if you're playing elves and Fellwar Stones, you could play that on turn 3, no problem, and just zap. You're like, if they go second, and on turn 3 they're gonna have, let's say, 6 cards in hand. That's the same amount of damage as a ball lightning. And if you run ball lightnings along with it, well, you're gonna be able to do a lot of work there.
It's the type of card I would like to play in a low to the ground, small creature build, because getting out all your threats really early, they're not able to do much about it. They have their cards in hand, and like zap, you hit them with Stormseeker, and they either burn a mana drain if they have it, or they just eat that damage.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I might just take all these artifact creatures out and.
Oh no, John! The artifact creatures are solid.
I never even play them.
Well,
I play all of these, and then the game's already over.
Well, yeah, because they're faster. That's the speed right there. So you could replace them with Remove Soul. Remove Soul is really solid.
Then you're just playing counter, like full counter everything.
I'm gonna put a flash counter in there just for you, Peter.
I'll play my whiteboarder one just for you, John.
Good.
Okay, Peter, I'm ready if you are. I think we should start another video so the video doesn't get too long.
No problem. I'm gonna get myself a little beer, and I already have my hand waiting here for you.
Okay, I'll restart.
He's got a beer and a snack. What else does he need? Nothing.
Greetings, old school magic players, and welcome to the Four Horsemen.